Long time ago, in a small village in Kenya, nestled among rolling hills and surrounded by vast savannas, lived a young girl named Njeri. Her laughter used to echo through the acacia trees as she played with her friends, her eyes sparkling with the joy of childhood. Njeri was known for her bright spirit and kind heart, traits she inherited from her loving parents Mwangi and Wanjiru. They were respected members of the village. Her father a skilled farmer and her mother a weaver of beautiful Kikoi clothes that were admired far and wide. However, Njeri's life took a tragic turn when a severe illness swept through the village. The disease struck swiftly and mercilessly, taking many lives, including those of her beloved parents. The villagers mourned deeply, but none felt the loss as profoundly as Njeri, who now found herself an orphan at the tender age of 10. The once vibrant girl was now a shadow of her former self, her laughter silenced by grief. With no close relative in the village, Njeri was sent to live with her only known relative, her grandmother, Wambui, who lived in a distant village. Njeri had heard stories about her grandmother, but she had never met her. Her parents had rarely spoken of Wambui, and now she understood why. As she journeyed to her grandmother's home, a sense of unease gnawed at her. Though she tried to stay hopeful, Wambui's heart stood on the edge of the village, near a dense forest that the villagers avoided, claiming it was home to spirits and strange creatures. Wambui welcomed Njeri with a thin smile that never reached her eyes. And from the beginning, Njeri felt something was amiss. Her grandmother's home was dark and filled with strange artifacts, animals, bones, and jug of mysterious herbs and potions. The villagers of this new place kept their distance from Wambui, whispering about her dark practices and eerie glow that sometimes emanated from the heart at night. Njeri, however, was too young and too new to fully grasp the gravity of these whispers. She only knew that her new home was unlike anything she had ever known. Initially, Wambui appeared to be a source of solace. She fed Njeri, provided her with a place to sleep, albeit on a mat in a cold, dimly lit room. However, it wasn't long before the facade slipped away, revealing the true nature of her grandmother. Wambui was a sorcerer, feared and shunned by the villagers who whispered about her dark practices and her power to commune with malevolent spirits. Wambui's treatment of Njeri became increasingly cruel. She forbade Njeri from playing with other children, insisting that she stay indoors and assist with her in sinners' rituals. Njeri was forced to gather rare herbs and animal parts from the forest, a task fraught with danger and fear. The grandmother's rituals involved blood, incantation, and symbols drawn on the ground, which left Njeri terrified and confused. As days turned into weeks, Njeri's life became a walking nightmare. Wambui's punishment for any perceived disobedience was fear. She used a sharp blade to carve intricate patterns into Njeri's skin, claiming it was necessary
to ward off
evil spirits. Each cut brought an excruciating pain and left permanent scars,
both physical and emotional.
The villagers began to notice Njeri's absence and her changed dimmer when she occasionally ventured out. Her once bright eyes were now dull, and her body bore marks of her suffering. The villager healer, Mama Coco, was the first to raise concerns. She noticed the scars on Njeri's arms and legs, and the way the girl flinched at any sudden movement. Mama Coco was a wise woman who had delivered many of the village's children and recognized signs of abuse. Mama Coco spoke to the village elders, including Zejuma, the respected village chief, and Kamau, a young warrior known for his bravery. Together, they decided to keep a closer watch on Wambui's activities and gather more information about Njeri's plight. They also involved other key members of the village like the blacksmith Karanja and the storyteller Acheng, who were known for her ability to weave the village's history into captivating tales. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, casting long shadows over the village, Mama Coco approached Njeri. She gently coaxed the girl into speaking about her life with Wambui. Njeri trembled with fear, persisted but eventually revealed the horrors she endured. Mama Coco was horrified but determined to help. The village elder convened a secret meeting in the chief's hut. They discussed the evidence and formulated a plan to rescue Njeri. Kamau and a few other brave warriors were chosen to confront Wambui and bring Njeri to safety. They decided to act quickly, fearing for Njeri's safety and well-being. On a moonlight night, Kamau and his companions approached Wambui's hut. The forest seemed to hold its breath as they moved silently through the trees. They found Njeri huddled in a corner, her body marked with fresh wounds. Wambui was in the midst of another dark ritual. Her eyes wide and unseen as she chanted in an ancient guttural language. Kamau and his warriors burst into the hut and a fierce struggle ensued. Wambui fought with a strength that believed her age, using dark magic to try and repel the intruders. However, Kamau's determination and the warriors' bravery won out. They subdued Wambui and rescued Njeri, carrying her away from the place of her torment. Back in the village, Mama Coco and the healer woman tended to Njeri's wounds. They used soothing herbs and ointments, chanting prayers to cleanse her of dark magic that had tainted her. The villagers rallied around Njeri, offering their support and love. They built her a new home and ensured she was never alone. Njeri's recovery was slow but steady. She found solace in the company of other children and the warmth of the community. The villagers shared their food, their stories, and their laughter with her, helping her to mend her broken spirit. Kamau had become a hero in her eyes, often visited bringing her small gifts and teaching her to be strong and brave. Mama Coco played a crucial role in Njeri's healing process. She taught Njeri about the healing properties of various herbs and how to use them. This knowledge empowered Njeri and gave her a sense of purpose. Achieng, the storyteller, also spent time with Njeri, telling her tales of bravery and resilience, helping her to see herself as part of a large heroic tradition. Wambui was exiled from the village, her power stripped by the combined efforts of Mama Coco and other wise elders. She wandered the wilderness, a shadow of her former self, forever armed by the spirits she once commanded. As time passed, Njeri's scars began to fade, both in the skin and in her heart. She grew into a resilient young woman, determined to honor her parents' memory by living a life of kindness and courage. The villagers, inspired by the strength, became even more united, ensuring that no child would never suffer as Njeri had. Kamau and Mzee Juma led initiative to create better supporting systems for orphans and vulnerable children in the village. They established regular meetings to discuss any concerns and to ensure that every child was accounted for and cared for. The villagers also organized communal activity to strengthen their bonds and promote unity. Njeri's journey of healing was marked by significant milestones. She began attending the village school, where she excelled in her studies. Her favorite subjects were history and storytelling, inspired by Achieng. Njeri also developed a close friendship with a girl named Akoth, who had moved to the village after losing her own parents. Together, they shared their dreams and supported each other through their grief. As Njeri grew older, she took on more responsibilities within the village. She helped Mama Coco with the healing work, learning more about traditional medicine and the importance of community care. Njeri also became involved in organizing village festivals
and encouraged others to speak against injustice.
Kamau continued to be a guiding figure in Njeri's life. He taught her self-defense and survival skills, ensuring that she felt safe and empowered. Under his mentorship, Njeri developed into a strong and confident young woman, ready to face any challenge that came her way. Years passed and Njeri transformed from a traumatized child to a respected young woman, became a source of inspiration of the entire village. Her resilience and determination were celebrated in songs and stories, and she became a symbol of hope and courage. When Mzee Juma retired as the village chief, the elders anonymously chose Njeri to succeed him. Her journey had prepared her for leadership. She accepted the responsibility with humility and grace. As the new village chief, Njeri focused on promoting education, health, and unity. She implemented programs to ensure that every child had access to education and health care. And she fostered a spirit of inclusiveness and cooperation among the villagers. Under Njeri's leadership, the village thrived. The once distant and wary villagers became close and knit community, working together to build a better future. They created a supporting network for those in need, ensuring that no one was left behind. Njeri's story continue to be told, not just within our village but in our neighboring communities as well. Our legacy extended beyond our immediate surroundings, inspiring the other villages to unite and support their most vulnerable members. Mama Coco, Kamau, Acheng, and the other villagers who had played a role in Njeri's life were honored for their contributions. They had not only saved a young girl but had also transformed their entire community. Njeri's journey from a terrified orphan to a beloved village chief was testament to the strength of human spirit and the power of community. She never forgot her parents or the pain she had endured, but used those experiences to fuel her determination to create a better world for herself and others. In the end, Njeri found a new family among the villagers, and though she would never forget her past, she embraced a future with a heart full of hope and a spirit of unbroken. The shadows of her past were replaced by the light of a new dawn, and she walked forward with the strength of a warrior and grace of a survivor. The story of Njeri was passed down through the generations, a beacon of hope and resilience. Her name was spoken with reverence and love, a symbol of what could be achieved when people came together to support and protect each other. And in the heart of Kenya, among the rolling hills and vast savannas, the village that once knew sorrow and fear became a place of joy, unity, and unbreakable spirits. Hello everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks you again for walking along with me here at Nectar Flavor Media. We just flavor your moments. In case you are new here, just consider subscribing because we're gonna give you more. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you so much for staying tuned with me.
Let's know what you have learned through the comment section.
I am MC Robian, the king of good vibes.